to talk about today, before I get into this, I want to ask a question, and I have a trade in teaching, so I like feedback. So if you had to answer, if you had a conversation with God today, would he call you wicked? Do you think he would call you wicked? So raise your hand if you know that he's given you something, and a book specifically, because we're talking about books, and you haven't published it. Well, I'm sorry to say, according to Matthew 25, you would be called wicked. Because the man that buried his talent, he called him wicked. And he sentenced him to gnashing and weeping of teeth. And I think that's strong language for such maybe something that we don't really consider so important. But he got that talent and he gave it to the one that actually used it and multiplied it 5 times more. So I don't believe that anything that God has put in us is something that he wants to lie dormant. And that's one of our missions. That's my gift. That's the gift. That's my team's gift, to birth out dormant gifts. You know, for whatever reason, you know, time, maybe it wasn't that serious, I'll do it tomorrow. I actually had a classmate back in 2019. I don't know who's familiar with football. Okay, so anybody remember Quinn Groves? He played, he played in Alabama, and he played for a team in Florida. I don't do football, but he went pro. He was my classmate. And we talked about building schools. We talked about writing books. Very intelligent young man. We graduated in 2003. 39, 40. Well, 2019, he died. He died without writing that book. So for me, it speaks to maybe the leniency that we don't really take things like this as serious. How many of you have read a book that has completely changed your life? So if I tell authors like this, why are you withholding the blessing and the life-transforming words from your readers? Because you're thinking about yourself. Maybe you don't have time. Maybe you're afraid who's going to read it. Maybe there are all types of insecurities that come with my books. It don't get no realer than my books. This is one of my books. It's called Sexually Wise. I write on sexual purity. It's the toughest thing that I've ever had to write because it's my life. Literally, I'm not going to go into that. But my topics is my life on pages. I don't even read them after I write them because I'm like, Lord, I cannot believe you had me put that in a book. But the amount of readers that have come back and said, I needed that testimony. This was me. I felt like this was my story and this helped me. This helped deliver me. So I want you guys to know that today you should have a clear cut. When we finish this, you should have a clear cut steps to get this book done. Whether you come through my company or not. We have all types of services, like from coaching to publishing to marketing to promotion. Whatever you need, it does not have to even be attached to our company. We do consultations and everything.